Hello, everyone. So glad you could join us today on ReachIvy's webinar on Statement of Purpose, Things to Consider. I am Shyam Gursahani, a Senior Counselor at ReachIvy, and I will be leading this session. Our session today will cover a broad overview of the specifics you need to get in place to write a successful statement of purpose for your master's applications. At the end of the session, we will open the floor for questions. So if you have any doubts, make a note of them now or during the session, and we will try to address them later. So, without further ado, let's go through the next few slides and decode the secrets to a statement of purpose. So the first question that naturally comes to mind is, what is a statement of purpose? While you may have read several versions and definitions online, fundamentally, a statement of purpose needs to reflect that you have solid achievements behind you that show promise for your success in graduate study. The best way to display that is to show them that you have a strong academic background and a strong overall profile in line with your academic focus. This, of course, includes any mentions of internships and extra courses that you may have done. So, what are the overall considerations? What do the schools want you to focus on? Undoubtedly, they want you to focus on your profile that supports your intended area of academic focus. Masters is a serious course where the objective is very focused on helping you master, as they say, a particular area of study. So let them know how your profile till date can be leveraged to build on through the experience in school. Talk about everything relevant that you've done in your history at school, internships, any other extra courses that you've taken, and show them that when you come to graduate school, you're going to be prepared for the course, at least with the basics. Now, let me quickly take you through the 5-point checklist that you should consider. Point 1. Typically, your statement of purpose should start with identifying the program. Identify the program and the intended area of study that you are applying for. For example, if you're applying for the Masters in Finance program, state that clearly right up front. The second point is your background in history. Let the school know how your background in history support that area of study. So you ask, how can this be done? Start with talking about your education qualification. Talk about your undergraduate course, any research project that you may have undertaken, any publications that you wrote or contributed to in the area of intended study. Do not write about a project or publication in a completely unrelated field. Talk about any additional courses that you have done, online or physical, especially if they are in line with what you're applying for. Talk about any internships that you have done, and remember to highlight aspects of the internship that connect specifically to your intended area of study. For example, if you have done an internship with a bank and you're applying for a master's in finance, then talk about the work you did at the bank or a project that you worked on that is in line with the course. You can see a pattern form here, right? Everything needs to be in line with the course that you're going to apply for. Point 3, and one of the most important points, is your goals. Be specific about your short-term goals, and more importantly, show that you understand your options. Be clear about your long-term goals as well. Ensure that your short-term goals align with your long-term goals. Now, what do I mean by that? This means if you're planning to be the CEO of an investment bank in the long run, then your short-term goal cannot be working for an NGO. Your short-term goal then again will be in line that takes you to the position of a CEO of an investment bank. The next thing is that these schools really want to know why you want to go to them. Motivations to study at that particular university are important. That means you need to tell the school that you're applying to that is the best place for you to study at to achieve your goals. Now, how can you do that? Talk about the academic options available at that particular school. Highlight specific courses, specific professors, and resources that the school has to offer you that can help you achieve your goals. Talk about the extra professional opportunities. This could be particulars about networking with alumni, events that you can be a part of, clubs, access to outside resources that can help you meet your goals. It's about letting them know that you have done your research and are convinced that the school can offer you the best opportunity to meet your end goals. The final point on our checklist are, of course, your strengths. Talk about your strengths that can be highlighted through your extracurricular activities. Now, this can get really complicated, so hear me out. For example, if you are a state-level tennis player, talk about how your learnings of discipline through the sport can help you with the course. Now, discipline is just one example. You can obviously choose another learning that you have from tennis. If you are a dancer with achievements in dancing, show how your creativity can help with the course. However, do remember, mention your extracurriculars in no more than 5% of the word count, which basically means if you have a 500-word SOP, you're writing about your strengths in about 25 to 30 words. And use these strengths if and only if they are in line with helping you with the course. Again, I think most of the points that I've mentioned here go back to the master's program being a really serious program. They want people coming there to be prepared for graduate study. They want people coming there to be prepared for the intended area of study, or at least having a background that can help them leverage their experience at the course and help not only themselves, but also the classmates that are part of the program. I'd like to take this now, while we had a quick run on the 5 points, I'd like to take this opportunity to just recap the points that we had discussed. We started this session and understood what is needed from a statement of purpose. We also defined what a statement of purpose is. We then touched upon what schools want you to focus on. And finally, we spoke about the 5 areas that need to be covered, namely, call out the program. Point 2, let them know about your background. Point 3, clearly spell out your goals. Point 4, show them how their school is the ideal place to achieve your goals. And point 5, highlight your strengths. If you cover this 5-point checklist while drafting your statement of purpose, I'm very sure that you will be able to draft and let the school know your strengths, your goals, and everything that is relevant to the program in a very efficient way. This is the end of the session, and now I will open the floor for any questions that you may have. Since there are no questions, I'd like to move on to ending this session. Though short, I really hope that this session was useful to you. Thanks for being part of the session, and do write in to help@reachivy.com or log on to www.reachivy.com If you have any further questions for us, someone from the team will be happy to help you out. Thank you.